Yo, let's see, mic check. All right, we're working. Sweet. What's up, Toleric? How is your weekend going? You not believe, I guess, what I got, but for a trial from PlayStation. What is it? What'd you get? What is it? Oh, is it Borderlands? Is that what it is? Are you able to do trials? Did they do that? Hey, what's up, Emerson? How you been? Oh, you did get Borderlands 4. Sweet. Well, you have to let me know what you think of it. I totally understand that, like, it's a totally different style of gameplay than, like Fortnite. So like if you're super into Fortnite, it's totally different than that. It's not like an online multiplayer game. It's if you're gonna play multiplayer in Borderlands, it's like cooperative. So you're not really ever playing against other online people, but you're doing the stories, you're loot farming, you're bossing, you're mobbing. Like, it's just a constant like treasure hunt, looking for new cool loot and things like that. So anyways, I'm gonna fire this thing up. Kind of getting a late start. Had to do some dinner stuff, get something in my belly before we start the stream. So I'm just kind of like getting things fired up as I'm starting up the stream. So hope everybody had a good holiday, great new year, and your weekend's going well. Anybody going back to work or school on Monday? My kids are going back on Monday. I'm going back to work on Monday. My wife's going back to work on Monday. Is it better than Where Winds Meet? You talking about Borderlands? Like I was just talking about Borderlands? I don't know what Where Winds Meet is, so if that's a game you're asking me to compare it to, I wouldn't be able to compare it. I'm not sure what that is. Aimless, what's going on? What's up? How's things? How you been? How's how's Fortnite? I haven't played in a while. Okay, King Nidus. Yeah, so I'm not sure what Where Winds Meet is. I'm not sure what that is, so I wouldn't be able to honestly say like how I compare it, how I would compare this to something else. What kind of game is Where Winds Meet? Maybe if you can explain it to me, I can at least tell you what would be similar in Borderlands. And y'all, what? So I'm literally, like, the reason I'm out here in the middle of nowhere right now is because I was testing this new grenade build that I put together. So if you're familiar with Borderlands, and Toleric, if you're still there, this is something that's going to be like very important to the Borderlands gameplay. And King Nidus, if you're still there, so this is also something that's going to be important that maybe you can compare to Where Winds Meet. So with Borderlands, you have a lot of different things that you can, I mean, there's a ton of different things that you can, like, customize when it comes to your abilities and your attributes and things like that. So you could focus heavy on like gun damage. You could focus heavy on ordnance damage, which is like grenades, heavy weapons, things like that. You could focus on abilities and skill traits. Like each Vault Hunter has special like traits or skills. So you could really focus on any one of those things and others as well. So I've typically kind of gone like as like a heavy gunner kind of thing with some, kind of like attributes, that would help with, a little bit of ordnance buffing, a little bit of action skill, like, or skill trait buffing, but just heavy gunner, like I want to be able to shoot as quickly as I can. I want the most gun damage, but I was like, you know what, let me flip that up. Let me switch that up and go with a grenade build, because I found a boss that, drops this, it's dedicated drop, this recursive, fully loaded recursive. So this one's fully loaded recursive. I've got a bunch of these now, but this is, it's called a recursive, I guess. So this one's bullseye recursive, this another bullseye recursive, and then I've got fully loaded recursive here. And it has this looping attribute, which I didn't know what it was at first, but after playing with it, I realized this is actually really cool, because when you look at the stats of this, you're like, that's got to be like the worst grenade in the game. Just looking at the stats, like this one gives me 2 charges. All the rest of them that I have is 1 charge, like every 28 seconds, one charge to 28 seconds, one charge 28 seconds. And the damage in the blast radius is not very big, you know, like it's not going to do a ton of damage. But the looping attribute here, this legendary attribute, is what makes this thing so great and so fun to use. Primarily for mobbing. It's not something you're going to want to boss with. It totally defeats the purpose of the whole looping attribute. But for mobbing, this looping, what it does is it actually seeks out and attaches itself to the nearest enemy, blows up, and then seeks out the next nearest enemy, blows up, seeks out the next nearest enemy, blows up, and just keeps looping like that around. So that's actually pretty cool. And then if you build around that, your skill trees and your specializations and enhancements and stuff, which is what I've done. And so as you can see my firmware here, I have 2 on get throwing. So it increases ordnance damage by 35% and then the splash radius by 20%. And then I have gadget ahoy, which gives me ordnance cooldown duration reduced by 15% and then ordnance damage increased by 20%. I actually am now looking for, I just got this by running Bloom Reaper. So I was running Bloom Reaper to get this specific overdrive class mod because I was running him to look for one that drops with some sort of ordnance buff, and I finally got it. So the reason I wanted this is because I wanted the plus 20% movement speed, because typically when I'm like building a grenade build, I just end up being so slow because I have this super soldier shield, which gives me additional fire rate and movement speed. But I've got Deadeye already locked on it because I've already did the firmware transfer, and so this one's locked out. But I actually just picked up another one right here, this super soldier. So maybe if I can find another like get throwing, or what's the other one? Gadget ahoy, I can apply it to this super soldier and then I can get that fire rate and movement speed back. But this one, at least this class mod gives me additional 20% movement speed. But then plus 45% ordnance damage. And it also has, it deals increased ordnance damage and gun damage the faster I move. And then while overdrive is active, this bonus is doubled. So going heavy on the ordnance damage here, same thing. Here, this one is just gives me some additional gun damage, fire rate, things like that. But the firmware, Gadget Ahoy, so that's dialing in the firmware here. And then the skills, just all heavy on like anything that was like gun damage. And so specializations, real big on ordnance cooldown, just trying to get the cooldown as quickly as I can so I can just keep throwing grenades, you know? So that's essentially a quick look at kind of what I've got going on here. And so now what I was doing is just looking for mobs, just looking for where I can test this thing out. I know there's a bunch of order soldiers that will show up right here, so I'm gonna go over here and put this to use. And surprisingly, I don't know why. I honestly don't know why, but I feel like this build, even though I've tried to buff the grenade damage as much as I can, it made this SMG incredibly powerful. So I don't know if it's something with the elemental damage that's been buffed in some way. I'd have to double check because it just makes this SMG crazy powerful. But we're gonna go like this. And then if there's anyone nearby, it's gonna seek that out. So just keep an eye on that. So what we should be seeing in the background there is that grenade just kind of seeking people out and wasting them for us. Can almost throw another one. This dude's spawning his drones again. See, like every once in a while this thing does some crazy damage. Especially if it's flesh, you know, if it's shield or armor, like I'm seeing with all these order soldiers, the incendiary damage doesn't do a ton of damage. It's not like the most powerful. I know shock damage is like the strongest against shield. God, these dudes are just in the air, man. Stop spawning the drones, bro. Oh, you know what? That's why I'm not hurting him. He's resistant to this. Gotta get rid of this guy. Alright, now let's throw these things back out. man. God. All right, let's get a mob here. All right, see that grenade out there bouncing around between everybody? All right, let's see if we can watch it here. It's gonna blow up on that dude and then go to this guy. Watch, see there? Now it just went to him. And then it should go back. Yep, see, it just went back. And it's gonna finish him off. And then finish him off. Oh no, it went over that way. So now it's hitting these people over here. There we go. Took care of him. It's not gonna be enough damage to take this dude out, so I'm gonna have to take him out. There we go. Oh, I didn't even see. I got a legendary. What is this? Collateral Bountiful Waterfall. Ooh, I love the waterfalls. This one doesn't do nearly as much damage as the waterfall I have. But it is elemental though, that's probably why. So this waterfall, you can see it does like 9,113 damage, 789 radius. This one doesn't do nearly as much damage, smaller radius. Only 11-second cooldown though. What's the one that I have here? 14-second. So that's great. And this one does, what's the, okay, I'm gonna have to go sell something. Drop something. My inventory is way too full. You know what? Let me get rid of one of these. Ooh, I don't know if I want to get rid of this. That's such great cryo. 150% cryo damage. Let's just drop this thing. I don't need this. Switch to this. See what this thing does. Ooh, okay, that's gonna hurt me, I'm sure, if I'm not careful. Alright, well, let's go find some more people now. I can try it. Except for, that's not gonna work well with my build because I'm gonna need to get another firmware attached to this grenade. Let's see, because right now it's gonna drop me down to 1 on Gadget Ahoy, so the ordnance damage just dropped by 20%. I'm gonna hang on to this for now. Let's go ahead and go back to this so I can keep kind of testing this this build out here. I need to be looking for Gadget Ahoy in a class mod or a shield. Hey, nobody, what's going on? Long time no see. Yeah. How you been? How was your New Year's? Hey, what's up, Jack? How you doing? Sorry, I'm going over here just kind of like zoned in on on this grenade build thing I've been working on, looking for different firmware and stuff. How you been? Yeah, so I don't know if how much you caught of this, but I'm working on a grenade build. Like, I've always been like a heavy gunner. I just go all in, heavy gun damage, and then just kind of small buffs to ordinances and like action skills and stuff. But I was like, you know what, let me just try to see what I can do, go heavy on a gun. Good farming shinies. Nice. Just, you know, I was just like, let me just see, if I can go all, you know, heavy on. Hey, what's up, Evan? How you doing, man? But yeah, Jack, so I've just been trying to see if I can go heavy on, a grenade build, a specifically mobbing grenade build. I'm not looking to do like, you know, so it's like bossing with the grenade. With this grenade build, specifically because it's built around a grenade that I found that is dropped by, let me go to the map. I think it's like Genome, something like that is what it's pronounced. I always forget. Oh, it's over here. It's right, it's this one. Genome. I don't even know how you say that. Genome. That's the way I would pronounce it. But this one right here. So he drops it. He also drops, Oscar Mike assault rifles, and I've gotten a few of those with like the space laser, the explosive Torg shells, with also with the sticky Torg, all kinds of different, and then elemental versions. So if you into assault rifles, specifically Oscar Mike, that this dude drops that as well. But this grenade, when I first saw it, I was like, this is the worst grenade I've ever seen. Like, why is this a legendary? You know, and this is it right here. This thing, just looking at the stats, it's like, this is terrible. But I was like, let me figure out what this looping attribute is. And after I figured it out, I was like, okay, this could actually be cool if you build around this, like build a like ordnance or grenade heavy build, something that's going to greatly reduce the ordnance cooldown rate, so you can throw them more often, buff their damage and radius. 1 second. What? Yeah, Jack. I just saw that my monitoring on TikTok went down. I don't know why. Is the stream coming through okay? Are you on YouTube, I guess? I'm not sure where you switched over to, or TikTok or Twitch, but I just happened to look over and it says the live ended. There's a Rafa grenade build out there, Twitch. Okay, you're on Twitch. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what happened with TikTok. TikTok has been so flaky lately, man. I've had so many issues with TikTok lately. It's a great platform, and I have a lot of new people constantly finding the stream through it, so I would hate to lose it, but it's just been so flaky. Like, why all of a sudden did it just randomly end? I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's see. So yeah, so what I was saying is this grenade bit. So this grenade with the looping attribute, it like will constantly jump around between enemies, so it'll blow up on one, go to another one, blow up, and go to, you know, just kind of keep looping around like that. So I was like, let me build around that and see what I can come up with. So I'm out here trying to test it right now, and while I'm out here, I'm looking for Gadget Ahoy firmware for a class mod or a shield, so I can keep buffing that. Nothing here. Let's see, where else can I go? Oh, you know what? There'll be a bunch of people over here. Let's go over there. But yeah, I've always just been such a heavy gunner. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm like really setting things up appropriately for a grenade build, but let's watch that. Okay, so you see how it jumped on him? It's gonna blow up. Now it's gonna go, oh, it missed. See, that's the one thing I did notice about this grenade. Every once in a while, when it tries to jump from one person to another, it can miss. And I just recently found this SMG, and I'm loving this thing. This is the Riddled Scraping Hellfire, and I'm sure there's probably better spec versions of it out there, but this one is pretty nice. It has the Torg license impact magazine, so the gyrojets that explode on impact versus like the sticky version. I'm sure if there's a sticky version out there, it'll probably do even more damage. But 16% chance for 1376 damage a second incendiary, so it absolutely melts anything with flesh. Just a couple shots on it, and I don't even really need to keep shooting it, and you'll just see like the health bar just continuously drop because of the incendiary damage. So it's pretty nasty. I've been digging it. All right, let's see if I can find some people. All right, now that should jump onto him. Let's see. Did it not? Oh, I think it did. It jump onto someone else? Okay, it did. I hear it blowing up. That's that beeping. It must have found someone else over here. See, the idea of this grenade is like, it's great. It's supposed to be great for mobbing because it'll constantly jump around between enemies, but they're all spread out right now, so it's just gonna miss. Okay, there it goes. So it's gonna catch him. And no, it didn't jump to him. Let's see if I can get it to jump around. The Rafa build I saw has endless loops if the grenade keeps critting. It did require building into it with skill tree. Oh, okay, so I'll have to look into that. I'm not sure how you could get endless loops, but I mean, I'm sure people make it happen. I need a higher density of people for this grenade to keep working. Let me go inside here. All right, there should be like a ton of border soldiers that spawn in here. Yeah, see, like, this SMG is not the best against border soldiers that have shield and armor. But let's see what the shock does here. Alright, so let's see, is that one gonna catch? Oh, just took out someone over there to the right. Oh, there it goes, it caught that time. Alright, so it's catching a few. Let's see. Is that gonna catch someone else now? No? Things aren't working all that great. They're all so spread out too, so I think there's a distance in which the grenade has to be near someone before it like will see them and actually like stick to them. Because these dudes are all so spread out, it's not working very well. Oh god. Who got me with a rocket? You did, didn't you? See, this is why I'm always a heavy gunner. Because I can't stand for my guns to not do as much damage. I'm like, I just want to like cook them with one round. The fact that I have to unload 4 clips of a sticky bot on this guy, it's like... It doesn't seem right. Okay, here we go. This should be a high density of them. Throw a couple of these down. Let's see if that gets its way or makes its way around. Alright, I see it taking out a bunch of them now. Okay, who the heck is hitting me? See, it's still going over here. I can still hear it. Oops, missed that one. Oh, no, I still hear it. Oh, you know, I think it's when my shield breaks, it launches a grenade, or it has a chance to launch a grenade. So because my shield has been busted a couple times, that's where those extra grenades are spawning. Pretty sure that's where they're coming from. Alright. They all gone? See. There's a bunch of Ripper encampments around here. I like to test things out. Oh gosh, look at this. Alright, let's see what happens with this. Alright, so it's looping. Which Vault Hunter are you? I am Rafa. It's looping, but it's not really doing a ton of damage. See, because these are all flesh, this SMG that does incendiary damage is just gonna melt them just like so fast. It's like in this area they just keep coming. Let's see if we can get the looper on this one. See if it's gonna find someone. Okay, I found one. I went to that one. Is that where it's gonna stop? W stream P13Z, thank you. Trying to test out this grenade build. Alright, landed right on that one. It should jump to her. Yep, right there. And then it's gonna jump back. Nope. Oh no, got her. That's why I didn't jump back. Already dead. Alright, let's see where... Oh, you know what? There's more rippers right up here. And then back the other way, there's a place where a ton of the badasses show up. That landed right on him. Now he's gonna run it right at me. Hey, big dude. Ah. What's that dude trying to snipe me? There you are.
Dying isn't fun.
Alright, so it jumped on there. Yep, see, now it's going back and forth between them two. See? There it goes. See, when they're close enough, it works great. But it's like, once they start chasing me and they create some distance between themselves, that's when it kind of falls apart. As long as they're close, man, it works. It'll continue going forever, and I've seen it take out a bunch of people. The grenade build specs into green tree. Oh yeah, I'm in red. Yeah, I'm like all the way down here into red. You know, going light at the top, just kind of putting in the, you know, the 5 where I felt like, you know, just made sense, like gun damage, faster fire rate, but then kind of even things out here. Anything that was like sort of grenade in the top, I'm grabbing it, and then I went to the left down here to get indirect projectiles gain increased damage. Indirect projectiles include all action skill weapons, thrown guns, and projectiles not fired from a gun. So plus 45% damage because I'm all in there. All indirect projectiles deal bonus incendiary damage. Rafa's indirect projectiles gain lifesteal. And then one on indirect projectiles gain a chance to ricochet, which seemed really cool. You know, it could potentially ricochet. And then I got 3 on ordinances deal bonus damage in his current gun's element. So because my gun is incendiary, so the grenades are going to deal bonus damage there. Plus you stack that with the bonus incendiary, and then it says if the indirect projectile already deals incendiary damage, double the bonus. So lots of incendiary damage. So that's where I'm at with the red tree. You said the green tree. So I'm super light here. I was just basically topping off the few skill traits that I had, skill points. So let's see. Go to green and look at booming business, bottom center. Yeah, okay, you know, Yeah, that's the one that I usually like having this just in general, and I've actually got some class mods that will add it for me. So because I'm typically I like the Peacebreaker cannons as my like action skill, and so I typically like to go heavy here so I can get, you know, one of these decent capstones. This is my preferred capstone, the beam team, but since I'm going grenade over on this left side, you know, this one turns them into shotguns that are doing more damage. But I do know, okay, I do know this one. So you have a chance to, when you get when you critically hit an enemy, you have a chance to spawn a free grenade. And I've used this many times in the past. Originally when I found it, I actually spec'd down to it so I could add the attributes there, but because I typically don't go heavy on the green tree, I'm usually go pretty light on the green tree. I wasn't satisfied with the build, because what I ended up doing on the other stuff that I do like is like I had to go very light across everything, and then it just didn't really work out well. So what I decided was, once I found there were class mods that can drop it, or that add it, I started looking for those specifically. Okay, so right here. So this gives me 2 on that. You know, you see the skull in the middle with the grenade, that's exactly what this is, booming business. And this one buffs the ordnance damage and submachine gun damage. So this actually might be a great one, because then I'll have that chance for the critical hits to spawn additional grenades. It'll buff the SMG that I'm carrying and the ordnances. So that could be a good one. Ordnance cooldown. That one doesn't have it. That one doesn't have. Okay, here's another one. This one gives me 3. And again, this is a plus 30% on all gun damage and 45% on ordnance damage. So there's another one. And I know I have, whoops, that's not what I wanted. I know I have one that has like plus 3 or 5 or something, unless I got rid of it. Or maybe that was the one I just showed. Okay, right there. Yeah, so that one has plus 3. So I might actually have to try to switch to one of these and see if that makes any difference, because those crits then starts potentially spawning more grenades. But the thing that I don't see how it could end up being indefinite, even with booming business, is that it says there's a cooldown. So like, even if I go to this, and so you look at this, the cooldown time is 12 seconds. So once one spawns, and I think the highest chance you can get up to, so it's not guaranteed with every crit. It's a chance, so like a grenade chance. Right now it's at, like if you added 1, I think it would be plus 8%. You can get it up to something like plus 40%. I think the highest it'll go is like, at least that I've seen with all 5 is like 40% chance. So it's not even a 50-50 chance that it'll spawn with a critical hit. And then anytime that one does spawn, you got to wait 12 seconds. So any crit after that is basically goes to a 0% chance during that 12-second cooldown. So even if the grenade is bouncing around just getting crits, you still have to wait the 12 seconds before another one will spawn. But I do like the idea of having that. And I was hoping I could actually farm Bloom Reaper for this one that he drops, the Overdriver class mod, because it gives me the 20% movement speed guaranteed, and then the other attribute can be basically anything. So this one is 20% fire rate. This one here is 20% ordnance damage, which is the one I was using. And so if I could get this one with like the plus 40, like the 2 specs here, the 20% movement speed, 45% ordnance damage, and then the booming business trait at the top, that would be great. But I've not seen it drop in this one yet. But I might have to try this, because this one will give me 3 on booming business. It'll buff any gun that I have 30% and the ordnance damage 30%. What was the other one? I had another one. Oh, it's this one. So this one here might be the better one, because it says whenever Ratha re-triggers his action skill, he spawns a free grenade. So anytime I re-trigger my action skill, there's another grenade. I get crits. I have a chance to spawn a grenade. And then this one buffs my SMG and my ordnance. Yeah, thanks, Jack. I'll definitely check it out. Let's see. I might have to try this one. This is gonna make me feel so slow, though. That's the whole reason I was using it. I was using this is to get the 20% movement speed, because I'm so slow right now. I'm gonna use this one for the movement speed until I can find another gadget ahoy that I can add on to this class mod. Or I guess until I can find, let's see, to add on to, actually, no. I want to add gadget ahoy onto this super soldier that I'm hanging on to, because this one gives me 25% fire rate and 25% movement speed. So I want to do that. I gotta find gadget ahoy for a shield. That's what I need to do. So while we're out here running this, find gadget ahoy for a shield. And I might actually just go to one of the bosses I know I can farm real fast, because that would be the easiest way to do this. And actually, he's right here. And this is the boss that drops the grenade I'm using too. So maybe I can get a even better version of it. Jack, in that video, are they using the looper grenade I'm using? It sounds like they are. If it's like indefinite looping, like you're describing. Let's see. That one should jump around. They're real close. Ready? Let's see. Oh no, they're too far away. It's not gonna see them. So I get it on that one. Oh, it is jumping around. Now look at that. Do you see that? It just cleared them all out. It can work really well. You see what I'm saying? Like, it waterfall. Okay. Yeah, it can work really well. Yeah, the waterfall grenades are nasty. I love those. That's typically the one I'm carrying. This is my favorite grenade, this one here. This atomic spaghettifying waterfall. So this one does some pretty decent damage. It's got a fairly short cooldown, only 14 seconds, 2 charges. Pretty big diameter. And it does the singularity. I love the singularity because it just pulls enemies off their feet and they're just like spinning in that singularity, so you can just shoot them while they're spinning there off their feet. And then it does, you know, while they're in the singularity, it does 2,379 damage a second. And then the waterfall, when you throw that at vials, as long as they have the crystals on them, it just continuously blows up repeatedly and eliminates all those crystals real fast. So it's pretty good. Alright, so I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna farm this guy a little bit. I'm gonna have to change some attributes so I can wreck him pretty quick. Class modded enhancement there. He should drop enough loot that I can find a shield with gadget ahoy on it. I can try to test this out. Okay, so I'm gonna switch this to, where's it? Where's my super soldier with the dead eye? That one. Then I want, which one is it? Oh, I already have it. That's the one. And then I want, let's see, gun damage, movement speed. I want the gun damage and reload speed. I want the faster reload. We're gonna go whatever has Deadeye here because I'm not even gonna need to use the rep kit. I'm gonna do this grenade to give me the 3 Deadeyes. All right, so that should just absolutely melt this dude real fast. Let my shield come back up. All right, here we go.
I see you.
Oh, missed.
Don't look so surprised.
All right, let's see. Any firmware? Let's see. That's a shield. God Killer. That's not the one I want. We might get lucky and get a better spec of this grenade too.
I got the sales for what ails, just remember.
We've got company. Order soldier spotted.
All right, any firmware? Firmware, no firmware.
You and your
Calamity in a can.
That was fast. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's some firmware, but that's a class mod. Really like to find out how to shield. It's not the one. Let's say something. Killer, bullets to spare. Oh, we got this time.
sweet. That wasn't so bad.
You know what? I was thinking, I thought I heard the guns, the normal guns, and not the shotgun. I never even activated this. I can't equip it. Is it because I don't have enough points down here? I just realized this capstone is not enabled. Not equip. Wonder if it's because there's not enough points down here. Interesting. Maybe it's because... I'm not sure why I can't equip it. That's weird. I thought it would let me do it anytime. Quick shot. Any other ones? Oh, there it goes. I don't know why it wasn't letting me. There it goes. Okay. So now we've got the capstone enabled. I was like, man, why am I hearing the normal guns? I know it should be doing the shotgun thing.
Well, remember,
This fast. Good God. Which firmware you want? Oh, there's the grenade. I'm looking for Gadget Ahoy on ideally a shield, because I just had this world drop. So my all-time favorite shield has always been the Super Soldier. So like this is the one that I have here. And I really love this one because not only does power play give you the 25% fire rate increase, the 25% movement speed, and regens 1 ammo a second when your energy shield is full, but this one also has Vagabond, so it's given me, when energy shields are full, I get another 20% movement speed, so I'm just like speed demon, you know? Plus this one has plus 50% shield capacity, so it's just got a lot of shield. But this one has always been my favorite. But I just had a world drop just today that dropped me, let's see, where is it? Super Soldier, right there. This one. So it's not quite as tough. Let's see, was that the one? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the one. It's not quite as good as, you know, as spec'd as the other one, but it has a faster recharge rate. So it's got the increased recharge rate and then absorb. So grants 30% chance to absorb bullets. So not only does it regen ammo, but I can absorb ammo as well. So I was like, you know, this seems pretty good. Not quite as high end like the total shield coverage, but faster recharge rate. So I figured I'd hang on to this and then attach Gadget Ahoy onto this one, so that I have a Super Soldier for my grenade build and then a Super Soldier for my gunner build. So that's what I'm looking for now, is Gadget Ahoy, which is this here, so that I can have a Super Soldier for kind of both builds. And then I'm still trying to figure out how best I want to use these Guardian Angels, because the recovery on them is just so incredibly fast. It's awesome, but they just don't have enough shield coverage for like bossing. I mean, it's just like the best one that I found was 16,000, which is good. I mean, it's better than the Super Soldier. But when the coverage is that high, it just doesn't have many of the other attributes on it. like some of these other ones that I found, like this Guardian Angel. Let's see, increased capacity. There was another one. There was other ones that have like amp and stuff on them, but yeah. Anyways, that's what I'm looking for. Gadget ahoy for a shield. I should be able to find it fairly quick. With this guy, because he drops. Oh, I forgot to look at the grenade he drops, or he dropped me. Because he drops a dedicated grenade, I saw a lot of the firmware that he typically drops is grenade oriented. So like get throwing and gadget ahoy. So like both of those he drops pretty frequently.
Order, soldiers! Shoot them down!
All right, let's see. There's something. That's a class mod. No, okay, so let's check out this grenade. What do you give me? Maximum grenade charge is increased by 1 and it's 150% cryo. You know what? I actually have one that's cryo, but it's not with the grenade charge. What is it? Grenade has a 25% chance to deal critical damage. See, like that's great. That would pair really well with booming business. You know, like having an additional 25% chance to deal critical damage, which could then spawn another grenade. That seems like it would be better than having the additional throw, like the additional charge. Let's see, it's the one that yeah, so this one has the exacting, the critical damage, and this one has the additional charge. Okay. So I'm gonna leave it for now. I don't think I have any room in my inventory. I have to get rid of some stuff. Yeah, I'm full. Need to go either sell some stuff or drop it at the bank.
I always appreciate it.
And let's see, anything? Nope. What's that? No. No. No.
Remember, mental.
I smell ordenadores.
You know, while we're doing this, we might get lucky and get a shiny Oscar mic. I don't think I have gotten a phosphine Oscar mic yet. Let's see, I don't see anything new with firmware. What's that? Nope. All right.
Next time you're bleeding now.
Oh, you know where else might be a good place to farm a shield with some sort of grenade focused firmware would be Axmal, because he also has a dedicated ordnance drop, and I know I've actually gotten some firmware, grenade focused firmware from him. So if this dude doesn't drop it here in a little bit, I might try Axmal. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a crazy spec bod too, even better than this one.
That wasn't so.
Piña para ti.
Not certain, but I'm pretty sure Gadget Ahoy is not UVH exclusive. Dropping off UVH would remove 6 or 7 firmware types from the loot pool. Oh, you know what? That's actually a good idea. Not a bad idea. I'm almost on. Countdown's almost on. There we go.
Mira, synthetic soldier!
Saw something with firmware, but I think it was a rep kit. Sometimes these things have it too. But I typically never check these just because it takes so much more time. Oh look, there's something. God killer.
Well, remember, mental health.
When I farm Deadeye, that's typically what it. Yeah, no, it's a good idea. I might have to try it here in just a second. Oh man, he got yeeted. Nothing. What's that? Bullets to spare. All right. I'll try them a couple more times, and then I'll try Axe Maul. I usually have pretty good luck with firmware with them. There.
I got thanks for stopping.
Piña para ti!
Doing again. When there's so much in here that it becomes hard to tell what's what. Airstrike. Let's. Oh, there's a shit. No, I've already seen that one. Oh, that one. Oh, that one.
No, why don't you come on back?
So this is an elemental one, but it doesn't have the explosive rounds or anything. I've gotten a few of them that are elemental with the explosives. One with the explosive stickies, I think it does like 5 or 6% damage. It's pretty decent. I've tried using it, but it's just like they just don't do enough damage, even with the stickies.
Throwing a frag!
Came in here trying to use it on him, and I was just seeing little tiny slivers of his health going down. I was like, okay, this is not working. Let's see, something had firmware. That's a rep kit. Nope. Oh, see, this one has plus 45% ordnance damage and 4 ticks towards booming business. That's not bad, man. If it had a gadget ahoy or get throwing already attached to it, man, this would have been great. a sudden. Weird. Okay, I saw a couple things, or at least one. Bullets to spare. Alright, let's try and do what you said, Jack. Let's try and flip off of UVH and see what happens. A minute to load.
Let's settle these things down, shall we?
Yeah, no firmware that time.
Think of next time you're bleeding out.
Smoke 'em out!
I wonder if not being on, maybe you can tell me if you've seen this, but I'm wondering if not being on UVH reduces how frequent you see firmware. I don't know if that's a thing. Farming timekeeper stinks. Yeah, dude, for real. It takes so long.
Thanks for stopping by.
What are you farming right now? What are you looking for? What does he drop? I don't even think I'm.
Bringing
I
out
know.
the big guy! Order eliminated!
Oh, there's some firmware. Oscar Mike, there's some firmware. What is that? That's not what I want. We're seeing some firmware. Possible at reduced, but I would think it'd be more than offset by reduced types. Yeah. No, you're right. I just saw a 2 drop. The only reason I asked that is because in the first couple of times I got him here, while not being in UVH at all, having it off, I didn't see any firmware, but he just dropped 2. So it seems like I'm still getting a pretty good amount firmware.
You and your wallet are well.
Excellent!
See, I don't think he dropped any on that one.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Move forward! Let's introduce ourselves!
Timekeeper phase 1, ballista sniper and symmetry. Okay. And you're out looking for the shinies, right? Phase 2, plasma coil and star helix. Oh, okay. I've got a pretty nasty plasma coil. I'd be curious to see if what sort of better specs are out there though. 4 of the 11 shinies I need. Nice.
You should have a hold of
Think about why don't you come on back?
this. Ready? Unload!
Yeah, I don't see any firmware on that one. It might be that there's a bit less of a chance for firmware. I'm not seeing it nearly as much, it seems. Only got 2 items that dropped with it so far, I think.
Thanks for stopping by.
Let's see. See how it looks though as we keep going. But yeah, like you said, the fact that there's a lot of the actual things in the pool that are not here now does sort of offset it pretty good. Yeah, I don't think there's any firmware on that roll.
Always appreciate.
Screw it! Frag out!
There's another grenade. Let's see. I see a couple things here. Lifeblood. Risky boots. Those are the only two. Alright, so we have 150% cryo. This one has rubber bandman firmware on it and concussive. Knockback force is increased by 83%. Bad.
I got the sale when you need immediate medical.
A sin! Perfect time to practice my quick throw.
Risky boots. Let's see. I think it's just the 2 from before. This is the part about this game that drives me mad.
Then next time
Just
you're
endlessly
bleeding
doing this over and over and over again.
out,
Like,
you'll
come
do
on.
amazing success.
Almost makes me feel crazy. Gotta do it if you want to get what you need, though.
No, remember, mental health.
Factory standard soldiers!
No firmware on that one.
Let's see.
Definitely feels like less firmware overall, but you know, I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you, but I'm certainly getting less firmware overall. Like you can see, I've only gotten like maybe 3 or 4 items with firmware on it. Ooh, what is this? I've not seen hazardous. Ooh, this one's 181% cryo efficiency. That's the highest I've seen. Hazardous. Grenade status effect chance is increased by 17% and grenade status effect damage is increased by 33%. Oh, okay, so that's why it's higher. Dang. I still like the 25% critical hit though, because that would pair really well with booming business. Pick it back up if it doesn't feel right. Yeah, no, I've just been trying to actually run it a few times just to kind of see if I can actually gauge if it feels like there's a, you know, a far less amount dropping, because every once in a while I'll get like this. On this roll there was 2. On this roll down here, right here there was 2. That one and this one. So it's like every once in a while he'll kick out 2, but I'm trying to see if I can gauge if it actually, like, how much less it actually feels right, or how much it feels like is dropping with firmware. It's less, but I can't tell you if it's like
Welcome to
greatly less,
Colchester,
you know, like
remember? 11.
far greater less, or far fewer, I should say.
Smoke 'em out! Order eliminated!
Right, there was one. Maybe possibly 2. I see another one up there. So it's like he's kicking it. It's like it'll go a few times, 2 or 3 times, nothing, and then he'll kick out like a couple of them. It's a real big fist. That one I already saw. So yeah, it's like let's see if if there's a regular pattern to it. I bet you probably don't see any for the next couple, and then he'll drop me 2 of them together.
For what ails you?
I can hop in and we can do Rippa road birds until it drops. Yeah, dude, for real.
Stopping by.
That's the one. Is that the one where it's the 3 dudes that float around in the air? Sounds like that one. I can't remember if that's the one or not. But yeah, they drop tons of loot. Plus all the, you know, the mobbing you're doing before the bosses show up. Let's see. Yeah, oh, that is them. Okay. Yeah, dude. Every time I've done them, there's just so much loot. All right, let's see. It's the most important enemy dense drill site, I think. Yeah, no, it would have to be, because you're absolutely right. Like, there's just so many of them. And then the bosses, there's 3 bosses, and each of them drop a pretty significant amount of stuff too.
They don't let me. Remember, mental health.
You're really gonna hate this.
Yeah, we might have to do that. Let's see. In there. All right, here, let me do this real quick, and then we might have to try that. I want to try. Wait, that's not what I want. I want to go. I'm gonna flip this back up. No, keep wrong button. Go back up. VH, and then I want to try run Axmal a couple times. I've seen the grenade focus stuff, because again, he's another boss that drops a dedicated, like, you know, ordnance with his the throwing axe thing. I forget what it's called. And so I've had luck with both Get Throwin and Gadget Ahoy with him. So let me just kind of see what I can do here. Plus, you know, always getting a chance at a better bod, you know, in the process. And that's actually how I got a second, the bod that I'm using right now was actually while I was working on trying to find a Gadget Ahoy firmware for this grenade build. And I got a second ceramic sticky bod, which is what I'm using here. And I put my other one in the bank, the one that I was using, because this one does more damage. It has like a 200 millisecond longer reload time, which I'm honestly kind of feeling. So I'm actually been thinking about, even though this one does more like actual damage, going back to the other one because of the slightly reduced reload. But yeah, this one here dropped while I wasn't even trying, and it was like, it's a great like spec versions. Dauntless SMG ammo, the gun shield, ceramic bod with 3% sticky damage. Like, what are the alt fire on each? On of the bods, it's the Dauntless. So like so this one, Dauntless secondary fire consumes SMG ammo. They're both SMG ammo. So it's the exact same. They're almost exactly the same spec. So that when I look at like the attributes on the bottom, they're both obviously all-arounder. They both have 3% Torgue sticky magazine. They both have the Hyperion gun shield, and then they both have the Dauntless secondary fire consumes SMG ammo. The only difference between the two ceramic bods that I have is this one does 463 by 5 damage, and it has a 1.9 second reload. The other one does like 415, I think. I'm trying to remember. Maybe it's either 415 or possibly even like 385. It might even be, I think it's actually 385 by 5. So it's like a fair amount, a good bit less damage, but the reload on that one is like 1.6 seconds. So it's SMG is most desired. Yeah, no, for real. And that was what I was always looking for with the ceramic bod is SMG, because you get the faster rate of fire and you get the most bullet like rounds. So when I had finally pulled the other one that's in the bank, I was like, yes, it's SMG, you know, and it's the stickies that do 3% damage. And this one right here that I'm carrying right now actually dropped, like I said, when I was just farming firmware. And it was actually the very first elim, the very first kill of Axmal when I started running him, farming him. I went in, very first kill, I was like, oh, there's a legendary. What's that? And it was this. I was like, the very first time. Are you kidding me? It took me weeks to get the other one. And well, of course, when I'm not even trying, he's like, here, have this. You know, I picked this thing up the other day, or earlier I should say, and it does. Oh my gosh.
Getting tired of that face anyhow.
Oh my gosh. This thing's kind of nasty. I have never used this before, but this is the shotgun that does, it shoots like arms. Like it's, it does, what's it called? Like melee damage. Dude, this thing's kind of nasty. It's kind of nice. And it's obviously elemental, freezing everything. Yo, this is actually kind of nasty. I had never even used this. I just grabbed it and I was like, this looks kind of cool. What is this? And this one switches mantra. Yeah, it's the mantra. Yeah. So this one switches between, and I actually got this from when I was running Bloom Reaper earlier, when I was looking for, I know he drops this Overdriver class mod. I wanted this because of the plus 20% movement, but I wanted one with something ordnance related, like ordnance buff or reducing ordnance cooldown. And I finally found one here. So this one has plus 45% ordnance damage. So I finally got it, but in the process, this mantra dropped, and I was like, this looks like it's got pretty good damage, and it says deals melee damage, and I was like, what the heck is that? And I noticed it does both cryo and incendiary, and it does Jacob's. It has Jacob's critical hits ricochet. So I was like, this seems pretty nice, and so I grabbed it. And you can build into mantra Bloom Reaper's dedicated drop. Okay. Well, yeah, that's where I got it, was Bloom Reaper. But yeah, I haven't done anything with this or built around it or anything yet, but it's actually already kind of cooking, man. It's nice. And you know what? I actually did a class mod dropped as I was working on Bloom Reaper after I got this and noticed that it deals melee damage. I did notice a drop for this that I grabbed that I meant to pair with this because it was something that buffed melee damage, I thought, unless I got rid of it, which I probably did because do this all the time. I'm like, I'm gonna hang on to this because it seems cool for this thing, and then never end up using it. It looks like maybe I got rid of it. Ordnance damage, splashed gun movement. Oh, right there it is. Right there it is. So I have it says plus 35% crit. Critical hit damage, plus 60% melee damage. So am I wrong in assuming that if this plus 60% melee damage, is that not going to buff the gun 60%? If it deals melee damage when I fire, is that not going to make the gun 60% stronger? Like that's why I grabbed it, because I was like, if that's the case, that's crazy. And then of course the plus 30% status effect application chance. So a 30% greater chance of the cryo, because this is cryo and incendiary. So I was like, this seems like a great class mod to pair with this. I don't even know what all the stats are across the top. So let's look at those real quick. Radiate applies. Yes. Oh, nice. See, that's why I was like, you know, I'm going to grab this. Okay. So the first one is skill bonus. So Maestro. Rafa gains increased skill damage. Skill bonus, the first shot fired from Rafa's fully loaded magazine deals bonus corrosive damage. Okay, well that's cool. So I get bonus corrosive damage. Concentrated buildup. While aiming with a gun, Rafa deals bonus shock damage. Each time Rafa deals gun damage to an enemy while aiming, gain further increased bonus shock damage until he stops aiming. And then pain reaction. Rafa's guns gain a chance to ricochet off enemies with status effect. Oh, that's actually really cool. So very status effect focus. So while I'm aiming, I get bonus shock damage. First bullet after I reload is bonus corrosive damage. The status effects can ricochet, and I get plus 30% status effect application chance. That seems pretty nice to pair with this gun. So I'm gonna actually throw it on here and see what it does against these other things I'm gonna run up against until I get to Axmal. So there goes my movement speed. Actually, no, I didn't have an extra movement speed on that one. All right, let's see what this does. Oh, you felt that one. Oof. Dude, does this thing just turn into a one-shot? It's just one-shotting everything. Oof. Oof. Oh my gosh, and the ricochets are almost wasting them too. Yo, this thing is actually really fun. I'm totally gonna have to wait. What's that? Get throwing on a shield. literally get thrown on a shield. The one that I want though is Gadget Ahoy, because I love trying stuff. Dude, that's literally what makes this game so fun for me. It's just like the gold mine aspect to it. Like this gun, which I've never used before, dropped while I was farming Bloom Reaper. I saw it and I was like, oh, this is cool. This is interesting. And I shot it a couple times and I saw like the arms flying out of it and I saw it does melee damage. I was like, oh, well, that's cool. I'm gonna hang on to it. And then, you know, I'll go and find a mob and use it on them. And it was like, this is so fun, like trying things out. And then you can, of course, go super deep on any of this stuff and like start building around it, do melee damage, and you know, it does elemental damage, so you can start buffing that. Oh man, it makes the game so fun. Just have like the endless, you know, the endless like gold mine aspect to it. So the one that I really want on my shield is Gadget Ahoy, because I want to get all three aspects of this, because the first two are specific to ordinances, but then the third one, it'll actually buff my guns too, because ordnance kills grant plus 20% damage for 15 seconds. So when I throw one of these, you know, thinking about the grenade build, when I throw one of these looping ones around and it's just looping around, you know, wasting everyone, each one of those kills grants me plus 20% damage for 15 seconds. Obviously not stacking, but like it'll almost always keep that 20% damage up while I'm mobbing, because it's just continuously looping around, you know, theoretically continuously looping around, eliminating people. So I think I want the Gadget Ahoy. But now that I'm thinking about it, my inventory is full. I can't even pick anything up. I gotta drop something or actually sell something, because I have too much stuff. Now I'm thinking about it, like, what am I going to get rid of? I might just get rid of one of these that I never use. This is the only one without firmware. Let's see, real big fist. God, they're all have decent I can't even talk, aspects to them that I'm just not sure if I want to get rid of them. Okay, what do I get rid of? What do I get rid of? I may have to go to the bank and drop some stuff off. I don't know as if I'm ready to get rid of any of this stuff. You know, I could probably get rid of this one. I picked this up because I was like, oh great, you know, extra splash, extra gun damage, extra movement speed, but I literally never use this thing. Never use this. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna hold on to this just in case I struggle to find anything else. I might throw the get throwing on that super soldier shield, and I really want to try to find the Gadget Ahoy. All right, now I know there's a badass that spawns up right here. No, that's not one. There is a badass. Is that him? Maybe it's not. Or is that? No. Yeah, this thing's great, man. Almost one-shotting these big dudes. Ah, there's one. That's what I was thinking of. 3 shots, 4, 5. Those crits. So it takes a few on the badass, but it's still fun. I mean, it's still pretty powerful. It's definitely a fun gun. Hello, I'm back. I was on holiday. It's William. What's up, William? How was the holiday? And the stickies with 5%. It's not bad. Alright, let's go see what Axemal's got for me. Dang. Dang. Oh man, this thing is actually really fun. That's good. Glad to hear it was good. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this spot is the reload. It's constantly gotten me thinking I might go back to the other one because the other one just felt like it was so much snappier with the reloads. It does do more damage though. But if you've got that faster reload, you're putting more rounds on the enemy than you are with the slower reload. So at the end of the day, it's probably almost kind of evens out. What have I been doing? I have just been hanging out with the fam, kind of on vacation myself here, like staycation. We haven't gone anywhere. Over the holidays, and playing some video games, trying out different builds. I'm trying to work on a grenade focused build.
They don't let me. Why don't you
Both
come
do
on?
plenty of damage, whichever feels better. Yeah, totally. And I've literally never complained once about the other one that I had before, which has the slightly, it's a little less damage output, but faster reload. I've never complained about that one having any issue eliminating anything, even Bloom Reaper, like it just melts everything. But when I saw this one that did even more damage, but it only had just a little bit longer of a reload, I was like, oh gosh, this thing should just have no problem. But I feel like when I was running Bloom Reaper earlier with this gun, I was struggling more to land platinum rounds than I was with the other one. And I think it's because of that reload, like that, just it's what is it? 300 milliseconds difference. So you wouldn't think you really feel 300 milliseconds, but I feel like I'm gonna probably end up going back because that 300 milliseconds just almost feels like an eternity when you're going against a big boss like Bloom Reaper and you're waiting for the gun to reload and you're like, reload, reload, reload. You know, like even in between these ones here, it's like, come on, you can be faster than that. And I know I have some class mods and enhancements that have increased reload, reload speed, which I typically have, again, when I'm going for like the heavy gunner stuff. I didn't even check to see if he dropped me what I wanted. But again, because this is not meant to be like a heavy gunner build, it's, you know, grenade, I was like, yeah, it's probably all right, but I'll probably go back simply because I like the faster reloads. Just by default, not having to worry about adding enhancements and stuff to get where I want it to be.
Welcome to. Thanks for stopping by.
¡No pueden correr!
Get off me. He always makes me knock myself when he jumps in my face like that with this, because all those rounds that I stick on him will blow up right in my face. And then it knocks me. Can't tell you how many times it's happened. A lot. Alright, let's see. Heating up. That's not what I want. Can't see, dude. Get out of the way. Nothing.
See, that wasn't so bad now, was it?
It's Rapper's turn.
Yeah, you can see the grenade lighting him on fire. I'll take it. Bonus incendiary damage. Oh, there's a bod. Any bets it's a garbage one? I can't tell you how many garbage of the like aramid or however you say it ones I've seen that don't have any elemental damage, any sticky or explosive damage, and it's a armored. Okay, so it's got a gun shield, Dauntless, secondary fires, assault rifle ammo, so it shoots a little faster than the one I have, a little bit bigger clip, but much slower reload. No explosive torque stickies, nothing. Only 326 by 5. So yeah, kind of what I said. Garbage. There's a get throw-in class mod. Here's a question, Jack, because I've never actually tried this. Can I transfer firmware from a different class mod to my class mod? Is it just like, you know, regardless of it being a Gravitar versus, what are my Exo Soldier class mod, it'll let me do that, right? I believe it will, because I've transferred from a heavy weapon ordnance to like an actual grenade before, because they're both ordnances. But you know, again, this is Get Throwing. I'm really looking for Gadget Ahoy. That's what I really want. But as I said, with Axmal, he drops a lot of the firmware. No, you can't? Okay. Well, that's a bummer. So it does kind of see it as like, these are two different things. I don't think so with class mods. Okay. Yeah, I know I've done it with like, you know, a heavy weapon ordnance from a, you know, firmware on a heavy weapon ordnance to a grenade, but those are both like ordnances. I'd have to check for sure, but I'm pretty sure. Okay. That's what my gut was telling me, is like, you can't do it because they are two totally different things. And it would probably tell you when you try to put it in the machine, like, these are two different classes. Blow myself up, dude. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's his. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's a world drop. That's not one of his dedicated drops. Accelerated progressing Katagawa's Revenge that switches between Incendiary and Shock and has Jacobs. I know I've already got multiple of these. Don't need it. Wish I. Oh, bullets to spare. Wish my inventory wasn't full. I'd grab some of these things and sell them. I gotta clear some stuff out. Definitely have too many grenades right now. I'm not gonna use them all for the same build. Firmware. I don't see any. Have you gotten a shiny Katagawa's Revenge, Jack? I'm not even sure where the dedicated, like, if there is a dedicated drop for that. Just got me thinking about it since I got one from Axmal.
I just remember.
You know what? I just realized I still have the... Oh, what was that? Oh, driller hole. I'm pretty sure it drops. Oh, okay. Let's see. Mega kill spring. On kill. Let's see. On use grants increased melee damage dealt. Oh, dude. Tell me that wouldn't be perfect to pair with this shotgun. You talking about building around this shotgun. If I use this Mega Kill Spring on use, it activates the hard hitter, which increases melee damage by another 50%. Dude, that would be a great way to, like, you know, you're going in to like maybe bossing, but even, you know, definitely mobbing. Activate this thing, you know, for the next 8 seconds, you've got plus 50% melee damage. That's great. I'm gonna have to go drop some stuff off so I can come grab some of this stuff. All right, let's see. Firmware, airstrike. It looks like that's the only one that had trick shot on it. Yeah, I definitely want to grab that. Activate plus 50% melee damage on that shotgun. Dude, that's crazy. It might be good. Your inventory is equipped for every possibility and right now though. Yeah, dude, for real. So my inventory is ridiculous. I seriously have to get rid of stuff I'm 70 out of 70. Like I literally can't carry anything more. I grabbed this shield because it's got get thrown on it and I might use it. But I need to get rid of some of these grenades I'm carrying from when I was farming earlier. Like I don't need all these. All I need is like one when I'm going to do the grenade build. I've also got all these I don't need to carry all at the same time. And now that I'm thinking about it, I still have this one that does the melee damage activated as I'm literally battling Axmal, and I'm not even using the gun that does the melee damage. So I need to switch this back over to, I think this is the one I typically like to run. 25% elemental damage, gun damage, reload. See, there's the reload speed. That's what I'm talking about. This one I love because of the increased reload speed. And then I'm pretty sure the bullets to spare, yeah, gunfire rate is increased by 5%. So I have a slight increase in fire rate with this one and a much faster reload speed. So this one should be definitely noticeable with the reload here. Oh yeah, totally. Should feel a little bit better. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Oh dude, look at the difference. Wasted him in like a second. Should have paid attention to that earlier. These right there. Right there's something. Rubber band man. Get out of the way.
Shield must have eaten recently.
Oh man, yeah, I definitely have to go to the bank and drop some stuff off. Here, like way too much. I've been farming like the last 2 days and just not taking stuff and dropping it off in the bank afterwards. I'm just like collecting. Just collecting. Dude's dead. That's crazy. That's crazy. What a difference one class, just the class mod can make. The Buzz Axe, this one typically, anytime that it drops with firmware, it's like always a grenade or ordnance focused firmware. So like it'll have Get Throwin or Gadget Ahoy on it. So that could be good, but that one didn't have it. Wait, you know you can send to bank from... Wait, what? No, I didn't know that. I'm always jumping to the inventory. Am I been missing this whole time? Yeah, wait. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. You send a bank from your inventory. Do you have to like... See, equip, inspect, compare, mark. Do I mark it? Yes, you mark it. Like, how do I do it though? Because I don't see an option. I see toggle junk, drop, mark all filtered, exit, back, equip, inspect, compare, and mark. Right click, send to bank, then hold. Oh my. Oh my god. Dude, I have literally never right clicked on any of this stuff. Wow. So I can favorite things, I can mark it as junk, I can tag and organize. Oh my god, do I feel like a noob right now, dude. Oh my god. Oh man, my process has been like, oh well, I'm running this, I'm farming something right now, but now my inventory's full. So now I gotta leave here and teleport to where my bank is and then drop stuff off and then teleport back. Start the process over again. The game doesn't teach you that. Don't worry. Yeah, well, thank you, dude. That's actually going to save me so much time. Oh my goodness. And you would think like there'd be some indication that you could right click on stuff. Like I never even would have thought to right click on it. That's great. So I can just literally click bank and it just goes straight there. Wow. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is get rid of some of these grenades because I do not need to carry all this. Oh, okay, so then V sends them all to the banks. Okay, so you're marking it for bank, and then... Dude, that's so great. Bank. bank. This one there too. Bank. And then, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I didn't know that. Yeah, probably don't need this one. Bank. Clicking bank marks it, then an option. Yep, that's exactly what I saw. So it marks it. I see the little bank icon, and then it shows up at the bottom. Another option says send to bank, which is V. I just hold that and it sends it. Ordnance. Ordnance cooldown, right? Undamage. Yeah, I'm not going to use this one anytime soon. Alright, I'm not going to use this one anytime soon. Undamaged, ordnance damage. Okay. Ordnance critical hit, maximum shield capacity, submachine gun damage. That one's not bad. Let's see, maximum elemental movement speed. I don't think I'm going to be using this one anytime soon. All right, let's move those. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing, man. I can't believe I didn't know this. And then even with the guns, like I'm carrying so many versions of these different guns and different elements that... Now here's the question, Jack. Let's see, it took me 100 hours before I knew I could reset my action skill cooldown with a vending machine. Yeah, and you saw me doing it as I was farming here. That was something I just picked up. It well over 100 hours into the game. I think I saw someone mentioning it in a video just within like the past month or two. And I was like, oh my God, you're kidding me. You can seriously do that? And so ever since I've been using that one. Here's the question, Jack. Is there any way, and I'm assuming there's probably not, you probably have to go to the bank to withdraw things, right? So like I can send things quickly to the bank, but if I want to pull them out, I actually have to go to the bank, right? Like there's no way I can be like in my inventory and be like, show me the stuff that I have for SMGs in the bank that I want to withdraw. Because then it would kind of defeat the purpose of the bank. You know what I mean? Like if you can access them that quickly as if they're in your inventory, it would probably defeat the purpose of the bank. So I'm assuming you can't. I'm gonna send. I've gotten a few versions of this Prince Harming. They definitely buffed this thing because when I first got it, it knocked me every single time I used it because it did like almost 350 damage to you, and now it only does like 112. Correct. Travel to bank to withdraw. Okay, got it. But yeah, this is the first Prince Harming that I've seen that has both elemental damage and stickies. No, fire the gyro jets that explode on impact. So torque license magazine. And I was like, this looks pretty nasty. You know, I was using it and I was like, it's not as great as I thought it was going to be, but it's okay. So I'm going to hang on to it, but I know I'm not going to use it. Here's the plasma coil I was talking about. So this one, it doesn't have a lot of the, you know, like extra attributes. I'm not sure what all this can roll with, like if it has any chance to have Jacob's, you know, ricochets or anything like that, but it only has the Malawan where I can switch between shock and radiation. But the specs on this are the highest that I've seen of any plasma coil roll that I've ever seen in the game so far. So shoots bullet 10 rounds a second, clip size of 56, 1.8 second reload, 88% accuracy, and 1068 per round for an equivalent of almost 8100 damage per second. So I've seen probably 10 or 12 additional plasma coils, but I've sold them all. 8k DPS is a lot, I think. Yeah, dude, it's definitely the highest I have seen of any plasma coil in the game yet. I have yet to get rid of this or swap it for another one because everyone that I've gotten doesn't do as much damage, especially with the elemental damage added on here too, because I feel like every time you get something with elemental damage, the actual like kinetic, I guess, damage you would call it, like the bullet damage, is typically less because you have the added elemental bonus on it. It's like that's kind of like the pattern that I've been seeing, where if you don't have the elemental damage, you kind of have the buffed, you know, like bullet damage. But this one kind of has both, and I was like, I'm gonna hang on to that. The Dark Beast, I've only held this one because it's my only like decent SMG that has corrosive damage, and it's every once in a while I'll get like the vault card goals of like kill enemies with corrosive damage, so I've kind of held on to it, but I'm actually gonna I'm gonna move it to the bank. And I find I'm just not using it anymore, really. Bank that. And let's see, I got those two banked. Let's do... Don't need to carry all of these. One. Oh, you drew Rafa? Thank you. So my daughter got a sketchbook. She's big into art and drawing and stuff. She drew me my Vault Hunter, Rafa. Look at that. Isn't that cool? There's kind of a glare on there. That's awesome. Thank you! Let's get rid of... Okay, I got rid of that one. Let's get rid of... Actually, wait, let's see. Secondary fire is assault rifle. Assault rifle. Oh, that's not what I want. Type shotgun. That's awesome. Yeah, no, that was really cool. She just totally surprised me. I was like, hey, draw me. What my favorite anime is Attack on Titan. I was like, draw me something from Attack on Titan. She just surprised me with my Vault Hunter. It's awesome. I guess that's good for now. That's plenty of space for now. I can probably get rid of a good bit more, but that's got me 11 spaces open, so I got plenty of room to grab stuff now. So before I forget, I'm gonna go grab some of these legendaries and sell the stuff I'm not gonna keep. This is gonna give me 315k. Sell this one for 85. This bod, what's this one? 148. And then I might even hang on to this thing, because that melee damage with that shotgun might be kind of neat. Rubber band, man. All right, let's sell these and see if Axmal is feeling generous. All right, let's get rid of that.
Sold the same piece to a bandit a
Keep
while
that
back.
one.
Small world.
So make sure I'm selling the right one.
You
that
sanitized
one.
this, right?
And
I'm just
then
kidding.
that one.
Oh,
Okay.
you'll be back.
You done any runs with the stopgap, Jack? I know we were talking about that in I think in the last stream. And I've gotten a stopgap. Yo, where did he go? In like every elemental version you can get, but I've only gotten I think 2 or maybe 3 of them that have the Jacobs ricochets. The other ones don't, so I'm still trying to go back and farm those and see if I can get all elements that all have ricochet. Just because. Let's see. Oh, I already saw that. Let's see. Anything here? No. Not yet, but it's on my Maurice. Oh, it is. Nice. So I've stocked up on them. Sweet. Have you got, what kind of rolls have you got? Have you got like elemental versions? Decent specs. That's great that it's on Maurice's. My Maurice's right now is terrible.
You're so impressive.
I forget even what's on it. You should come use my Maurice's. Yeah, for real. I should. Mine's terrible, man. I'll have to go buy it. It's awful. I just even stopped going because I was like, oh, I got to deal with this for like 2 weeks. Because I don't think they're changing it, right? Not for like another week. It's like it's been the same. Yeah, I've been buying the Jacobs only. Yeah. Okay, what did we get there? What did we get there? E-boots. Okay, let's see what's this. Gadget. Ah! There it is! Success! Okay, we have the shield with Gadget Ahoy. Alright. We are good to go. Thank you, Axmal. I knew you'd help me out. See? I knew it. Axmal. Always coming through for me. Alright, let's see. Now I need to go to firmware transfer station. Let's go is right, yeah. That didn't even take that long. That's good. All right, so I'm gonna transfer Gadget Ahoy over to that other super soldier so that I can have a super soldier shield, which gives me the increased fire rate, the increased movement speed, and the ammo regen. Because I've gotten so used to this super soldier with like the increased fire rate and movement speed. So like, you see how fast I'm moving right now, right? And then like how fast I shoot. That's largely because of the super soldier. So then when I go to my grenade build, what I had been using is this one. So it's the loner sidestepping heavyweight. This is an armor shield. It's a great shield. So it grants up to 10% movement shield, scaling with broken armor segments, and then it has knockback. So on armor, each time an armor segment breaks, it knocks back enemies and grants plus 40% movement speed for 5 seconds. So this has been a great shield. It doesn't have a ton of coverage, so only 8,226, but it's been a great shield. But watch the difference here. So already you can tell how I'm shooting a good bit slower, and then look at how slow I am. Dude, do you see how slow I am? It's like, it's so slow, it drives me nuts, so I constantly want to go back to the super soldier, because then when I have to wait for the shield to fill up, and then when the shield fills all the way up, it grants me like an extra 45% movement speed, because I have the 25% from the power play and then another 20% from Vagabond on this one. So this one I'm just like zooming. So I've got so used to that, I was like, I gotta have the super soldier. It's hard when you lose movement speed. Yeah, dude, for real. Very hard. Especially when you get used to it and then you go back to something that doesn't have it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is killing me. Especially when you're mobbing, you know, like you want to be able to move around pretty quickly. And it's just been killing me. So I'm so happy to have another super soldier now. Okay, so we're going energy shield. Let's see, get throw-in is not the one that I wanted. Let's see, where is it? Oh, was it? Wait, was it an armor shield? Where is it? Yeah, it was an armor shield. Okay, it's right there. So Gadget Ahoy, I want to go from that one to my super soldier. That's a guardian angel. Lots for dinner. Super soldier. That's the one. So it has increased recharge rate and absorb. So I'm going to absorb ammo. 30% chance to absorb bullets. That's the one I want to do. Gadget Ahoy onto super soldier. All right. Yes. So now I can do my grenade build and not feel super slow. Okay, so Gadget Ahoy, and then I'm gonna go sell this other blue one I've got because I'm not gonna use that. Let the shield build back up. Oh yes, there we go. It's not quite as fast as the other super soldier because that one has the Vagabond on it as well, so it's like a plus an additional 20%, but it's so much better than it's been. So much better. Alright, so I'm gonna go sell some blue. Use that. Okay. Now, let's go back to my grenade build and kind of go test this out. Let's see what happens. Oh, you know, I do need to find another, which one is it going to be? Let me see. Let's see. I want, this one is get throw in. Do I have one? I think the get throw in is the one I had on this. Don't think I had Gadget Ahoy here. I think it was get throw in, and then either one of these. This one has 2 charges, but this one does the crit damage. So I'm going to go with that one. And then, so now I'm at 3. Okay, so now I've got 3 on Gadget Ahoy. So then I would need to do get throw in for a class mod. I need to find a get throw in on a class mod so that I can add it to, I think it was this one, because this gives me 2 ticks, 2 points on booming business. It buffs my submachine gun, which I'm always carrying, and it buffs my ordnances. And whenever Rafa re-triggers his action skill, he spawns another free grenade. So it's like all about spawning free grenades. Oh, actually, this one might even be better. So this is the same thing. So whenever Rafa re-triggers his action skill, he spawns a free grenade. This one has 3 ticks on booming business, so even greater % chance of spawning a grenade on a critical hit. And it has plus 30% to gun, just blanket all gun damage. So it's not quite as strong as buffing a submachine gun by 45%, but it buffs all my guns by 30 and still buffs the ordnances by 45%. So that one might even be better. Either one of these, honestly, would be good. So I need to find get throw-in on a class mod, which I feel like I should be able to do pretty quick. But for now, let's do, see, ordnance cooldown rate, gun damage. That doesn't do anything, right? So I have 4. So here's a question for you, Jack. Maybe you know the answer to this. So if I have 4 things on here, that takes this 4 out of, 4 over 3. So 4 things out of 3. So I have an additional like firmware. It doesn't do any additional like stat, like it's not buffing anything additional, right? It's just, I'm kind of wasting a firmware basically, right? Because I don't think it doesn't change anything. Because all the stats stay the same. The cooldown is 15%, ordnance damage increases 20%, ordnance kills grant 20% damage for 15 seconds. When I change this to this, now it's 4. Everything stays the same. It's not like it adds anything. So I think it's almost kind of like wasting. Correct. It's wasted firmware. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. What I thought. Okay, so for now, I guess I'm gonna go with. Do I have one with movement speed too? All right. I'm gonna do this one. Actually, no, I'm gonna do this one so I can use this ridiculously fun shotgun for now. Because this one will buff just all guns. Gives me 3 ticks on the critical hits. So maybe we can see some of these grenades spawning with those crits. Let's see what happens. See what happens. Let's go somewhere. In fact, let's go to Ripper Roadbird. You brought it up. There's a bunch of people there. Let's see what happens. They're in close proximity, so I'm gonna probably get wrecked being that this is a mobbing build, not a bossing build, but it might be fun. And I might hate it. Alright, so that just stuck to that dude. Well, here's some rippers, so let's see what happens. Where's that flying dude? I hear him. Alright, this should take out all of them. Ready? Alright, got her. Now it's on him. Now it's over there. It's got him. Where's it now? Oh, is that it? We got 3 of them. Let's see, is that gonna jump? Is it too far away? No, it's too far away. Oh no, it did get him! It did get him. Trying to get the crit, see if I can get one to spawn. You know what? Let's use this gun. Oh, god dang, man. That did some serious damage on that dude. Wow. That actually did more damage than I was expecting. This gun is actually kind of fun. I am not gonna lie. Okay. Let's see, we need to go here. Straight up. Go forward. Oh yes, there's a bunch. Okay, got him. Let's see, let's take out the big dude. I need to use that mantra. Dude, it's so fun, man. Do you have one with elemental damage? If not, I'll give you this one. You definitely need to use this, man. It's fun, dude. Look at that. I mean, it's like literally one-shots everyone. Ready? Look at that. it's oh, look, my grenade's over there doing its thing. Look at it. Look at it. It's just bouncing around, taking them all out. All right, let's see if we can finish off these last two. Ready? Watch the map. Let's see if it gets them. Nope, it didn't get them. They must have moved too far. That's the only thing. Is it's like once they move just far enough outside of range, it starts missing them. Where'd that last dude go? Right there's one of my. Is that one of my grenades? Yes, it was. Must have spawned from a crit or something. Okay, let's see. Am I going the right way still? Yes. There should be a bunch more right here, right? Bam, dude. This gun is definitely fun. Look at that. Oh, and with the Jacobs, the Jacobs makes it so nasty. Oh, right there was one of my grenades that spawned from a crit. Look, it just jumped. I saw it spawn. Oh, there it is. Look it, look it, look it. It's jumping around back there. I see it. Look it. See, right there. No, don't bring it to me. Oh, okay, got that one. You see that? There's another ricochet. Dude, this gun is so fun. Okay, that was a big one. That's gonna turn into a turret. One shot at the turret. One shot at the turret. All right, let's give you that. Let's see, is it gonna jump onto you? Yep. What? Dude. I did not know this gun was gonna be this powerful. That's crazy. Usually those badasses, I have to shoot them a bunch. And this isn't even a heavy spec build. Did that spawn a grenade? I got a crit. I was wondering if that was gonna spawn one. Thought I heard one. What am I hearing? It did spawn one right there. You see it? It did. All right. Let the chaos begin. Do you ever do this, Jack, when you're farming here? Do you ever come up here? I find I come up here and you can kind of like get some snipes on people. Especially when you get something that has Jacobs.
Nothing like a clean kid.
See what that grenade's gonna do. He's right next to it. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. It got him. Dead. Dead. Oh, it's still jumping around down there. That's so good. Oh, there's a bunch of dudes over there. All right, let's give them that. Yeah, look at it. It's jumping around. I see it. Got him. That's the only thing with this stopgap, man, is it's not the most accurate sniper rifle at all. Especially those first few shots where it's like bouncing around. It's fun though. All right, you take that. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I fell in. Now we're in it. All right, you have that. Okay, where's that dude with the gun? Oh, I hear it. I hear it beeping. Get off me. Get off me. Oh, what am I doing? I need to pull up my other gun. I want to use this thing. Yes! Yes! Oh, here's these guys. Okay, I gotta go action skill time. Alright, that should take care of them. Whenever they decide to blow up. Oh, I'm hearing some drops. I'm hearing some drops. Oh, look at that. I got 3 legendaries. These guys are feeling generous tonight. Oh, there's one of my grenades. I didn't even throw that one. That must have been from a crit. Just got an 8K plasma coil that can swap to red. Nice! Nice, yeah, I haven't seen many of them, so the fact that you found another one, 8K, is great. That's got to be kind of a high roll. Did you say if you have a... Do you have a shiny of a plasma coil? I forget which ones you said you were farming right now. Okay, so I got a wombo combo that does... What is that, radiation? It does literally nothing else, so there's like no other specs on this one, so not the best wombo combo roll. I think I've got multiple others that have multiple attributes, like maybe gun shield, Jacobs potentially, but I know I have other ones that are better than this. But I'm gonna grab it and sell it. I'm working on plasma coil now. Nice. All right, let's see what else I got here. There's 2 other legendaries over here that I dropped. I'd like to peek around and see what else we got here. All right, what do we get? What do we get? We got... What the heck is that? Ah, potato thrower. Dude, Jack, what... What is the point of this gun? Does anybody actually use this? This potato thrower for? I've gotten this gun 1,000 times this thing has dropped. The very first time it dropped, I was like, are you serious? A potato thrower? Does it literally shoot potatoes? I picked it up, started shooting it, and sure enough, it shoots potatoes. Is there something to this gun that I don't understand? Because I literally have never used this gun once, and it's dropped 1,000 times for me. I'll pick it up and I'll sell it. But I was like, this is the weirdest thing. It's very meh. Okay. Then I'm not missing anything. That's all I needed to know. Yo! Okay. Okay, so this one... So we have plus 45% ordnance damage. What is the one that I have now? Is it 45 as well? Okay, plus 45% ordnance damage, plus 30 on the gun damage, and gives me 3 booming business. This one's gonna give me 2 booming business, but some additional specs elsewhere as well. I'll have to check what those are. And then this has damage, plus 20% damage dealt. So that's just a blanket. Every damage I deal, regardless of gun or not, is 20% versus the plus 30% gun damage. And then this is a... Oh, this is the philanthropo, so it's the same thing. I don't want it. The one I have is better. FYI, don't ever jump down onto those rocks right there to get any weapons that may fall down there. And maybe you've learned this like I have the hard way. I was like, oh, there's a purple down there. I want to check that out. If you jump down on those rocks, you die. I don't know why, but you instantly die. And you'll be resurrected like right outside the gate over there. Like, I don't know why, but if you, or maybe it's, no, it's not there. No, it's like literally right there and right there. Like if you jump on those rocks, you'll die. I don't know why. Yes, I've learned the hard way. Okay. Just trying to share the knowledge, man. I couldn't tell you why, but I was like, that looks like safe ground to me. Like, why did I just die? Make it make sense. Alright. I'm gonna do this again, because those dudes were feeling generous. I'm gonna do it again. You know what? Let me go fill up my ammo so I can get the sniper rifle. Get some shots with the snipe. And then I'm still looking for a class mod with get throwing. like moving my mouse halfway across the table to fight the recoil on this thing. This thing does damage, man. Watch out for the stopgap. I hear my grenade down there doing some work. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? How am I not hitting him? There we go. God, I wish this thing had just a little bit better accuracy.
Wanna dance? Rafa can dance.
It does bounce around a whole lot. Ricochet. Ricochet. Oh, he's so angry. Oh, God. Ricochet, or the recoil is killing me. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We're going in. We're going in. Oh, God. That was bad. Oh, no. I'm hearing my grenade doing work out here, though. You hear all that beeping? You hear it? Look at it. It's out here. It's helping quite a bit. It's wrecking them. Okay. Time to go serious mode. Alright, those dudes are dead. I don't think they dropped any legendaries that time. It's alright. All I'm looking for is a class mod with get throwing on it. And Jack, you are not kidding, man. This, look at all this loot. This loot. This is crazy. There's so much stuff here. And I've only ran it twice. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, so any class mods. Looking for class mods, class mods. Class mod with firmware. What is that? Nope. Class mod with firmware. Where are you? Where are you? Bunch of spiders? Yeah, there's a bunch of class mods. Oh! Lifeblood. That's an enhancement. Yo, this might be nasty with this Ripper SMG that I'm using. After reloading an empty magazine, guns with Ripper's licensed parts have a 30% chance to increase the magazine's fire rate by 100%. Gun accuracy is increased by 50%. Gun critical damage is increased by 50%, and gun magazine size is increased by 50%. So that's kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool, but there's no like buff in just regular damage. I'd have to get critical damage to get the increases. But if it increases the fire rate by 100%, that's crazy. But you know, I think I already have something. The Ripper. No, you know, I think I put it in the bank. I know I had something that was kind of similar to that. Damage dealt, ordnance thing. Oh, that's the one I already saw. I don't see any other class mods with firmware. See, like right there? Those are probably a death trap. See any. Give it another roll. We'll get up there. weapons.
I never get tired of this. I was just thinking it's been a while since I've seen a river.
Come on. Ah, he was gonna run over that way. That should take care of them. Nice ricochet on that one. That should take care of you. Ready? Oh, where'd it go? I think it tried to get him, but it missed. Oh, you had to run right then. I gotta get these crits so I can get the grenades spawned. I think maybe there was one. There was one. There's a couple. Oh, it did spawn it. I see it. It's on him. There it goes. Look, look. Bye. Ah! It worked. Alright, then we're gonna throw one over there. I'm throwing axes in me. She would have. Where's this dude? Oh, there you are. We get a bunch of ricochets off of him. And crits, so that should be spawning. Oh, good gosh. There's a bunch more. There's the grenades. I see it over there doing its business. Where is this dude? There you are. Alright. There's something. Oh, there's another. I hear another one. Got a couple legendaries. Grenades doing their thing. I love it. Okay, what do we get? Another wombo combo. This one looks even worse. Is this a dedicated drop from them? I didn't even realize this was a dedicated over here. It's 2, so it has to be. I would assume. I see class mod. There's a class mod. No, that's not the one I want. Yes, wombo. Oh, potato. Oh, potato throw and wombo combo. Okay. Oh, look. There's another wombo combo. So there's actually it's dropped 3 and look, another potato launcher. Okay. So I actually want to. I was gonna pick these up so I can sell them. Let's see, class mod. Class mod. Anywhere. This is the fun part. Hunting down all the things I'm looking for. Let's see. I saw that one. Yeah, Lifeblood. Atlas EX. Don't see any. So, I mean, it's not like the most powerful build right now, but it certainly is fun seeing those grenades bounce around, taking people out, and maiming knife, which is terrible. Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna run it one more time, and then probably have to wrap up for tonight, but let's see. Maybe we'll get lucky on this last one, and we'll get exactly a class mod I'm looking for with the, get throwing attribute so I can top off this build and see what we can do. Damn. Launch the dude. Let's see, is that gonna find him? There it goes. Gonna get him. Ah, it landed over there. Throwing axes at me. Oh, it's working. I hear it. You hear the beeping? Look, it's getting him. All right, there we go. I was waiting for all these dudes to show up over here. I knew that was coming. Come on, grenade. Come on, grenade. There we go. Yes. Yes. It is fun, yes. Oh, crap. Did I just fall in? I didn't want to go in yet. Oh, did I save it? Did I save it? Did I save it? Nope, I didn't save it. Crap. That's alright. Now I get to use this. This thing is fun too, though. Look at this. There's grenades over here, so they're spawning from these crits. I'm just not seeing it. Look, it just took out all these people. All right, this dude's got 2 rounds of shield. Let's see if that shock damage takes out any of that shield. It should. Good God. God, just die, dude. I'm hearing the grenades. I love that this actually has Jacobs, because these crits are like bouncing around, freezing people. Oh, there they are.
Oh, no, you don't. I like my neck the way it is.
There's something. Looks like a potato launcher. Splat. I'm going to farm mantras soon, tonight or tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, dude, this thing is it's hilarious. It's fun. Let's see. I got this from, yeah, it was Bloom Reaper. Isn't that what we said? Bloom Reaper. I'm gonna have to go back and run him some more, just specifically looking for this. You got a shiny of what? Of the SMG you were, the plasma coil? Or the mantra? Not sure. Still fight. Oh, still fighting. No. Where's my class mod? Where's my class mod? Symmetry sniper. Nice. Is that one of the, well, obviously that's one of the ones you needed, right? Since it dropped. Once you get a phosphine in a certain of a certain weapon, do you ever get it again? Can it ever roll again? Or is it like it's just a one-time thing, you unlock the phosphine skin kind of thing, and then the game knows you've already gotten it? I would imagine it's a one-time thing. Yeah, first of... Okay. So I guess you only need 10 left, right? Since you just got that one? I think you were saying you had 11 left? No, it's one time. It unlocks across all characters. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Just wasn't sure. Let's see. Any chance I got a class mod with get throwing? Any chance? Any chance? Probably not. Not yet. I'm gonna keep hunting for it, but I can already tell you that this build is fun. Like, even if it's not the most, even if it's not the most powerful build that's just going in and, you know, infinitely bouncing around, blowing things up like crazy, this is actually a really fun build for mobbing. Just seeing those grenades spawn and bounce around and eliminate people is just great. Let's see, 10 left plus mantra shiny, which isn't part of the challenge. Oh, okay. But there is one bugged and 4 world drop only, so that'd be another 5. Okay. So you got some work to do, is what you're saying. I honestly don't even know. Where can you track it? I assume you're not just like keeping your own list. I'm assuming because there's like challenges, right? Like every time you get a phosphine, it says challenge complete. There's got to be a way to see it somewhere. Is it under challenges? Okay, so where do you do it? Is this the right place? Challenges? Phosphine guns. Right there it is. Dude, I've got so many left. Menu missions, challenges, phosphine. Dude, I have 5 of 69. You want to talk about who's got work to do? It's this guy. It's this guy. I've got a phosphine, AC May, Bod, Fisheye, Chaosin, and Stopgap. That's it. And it doesn't even tell you what you have left. So it just tells you, like, you have a lot of work to do. Is basically what it's saying. But, like, so how do you know which ones you have left? I guess maybe when you get to the point where you're at, you know what you have left. But, like, for me, like, it's just, like, so many guns left. Out of 69, 1 is bugged and 4 are world drop only. Oh gosh, world drop? Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, dude, world drop phosphine? Forget that. Oh my gosh. Every boss drops at least 1 gun. Okay. So whatever their dedicated drop is, whatever the boss is that drops. So like, for example, the genome, or however you say it, when I was farming earlier in the stream, that order soldier synth dude, he drops the Oscar mic. I have not gotten a phosphine Oscar mic. So if I wanted to check that one off my list, I could just go farm him, because Oscar mic is his dedicated drop. It's one of his dedicateds. And he also drops a dedicated grenade. I could just keep running him until he drops the phosphine, which will eventually happen because that's his dedicated drop. Correct. Genome drops Oscar. Yes. Okay. Cool. So then like once you so you can just bounce around to all the bosses and just run them, and when you figure out what their dedicated drop is, then you could write it down and say, okay, so if I'm looking for a phosphine of this gun, like I know this boss drops it, I'm going to go farm him to get that phosphine. I got it. I've got it. That makes total sense. Well, that's just another thing that I can do here now. So clearly I have a lot of work to do here. So I might actually have to go do that now and actually start going around to the bosses, writing down what their dedicated drops are, and then start working on some of these phosphines. I've always just like these ones I've always gotten just while I'm farming, I was farming a bod, so I got a bod. I was farming Chaosin, so I got a Chaosin. Same thing. It's when I'm farming these things, eventually it pops, one will drop. But it's not like I've been looking for the phosphine. It's just like while I'm farming these other things. Sweet. All right. Well, Jack, thank you so much for hanging out, man. I love chatting Borderlands with you. We're going to have to get in this game one of these days, maybe one of these upcoming streams this week, and we'll run some stuff together. But yeah, I love you hanging out, helping me figure out silly stuff like right-clicking on stuff in my inventory and moving it to the bank. I appreciate the help. So I'm gonna absolutely, that's be fun. Just let me know. Yeah, for sure, dude. And you're in the Discord, so I'll let you know ahead of time. Maybe we can plan it and you can kind of just be there from the start and we'll just run some stuff. Maybe work on some kind of crazy builds or something. I don't know. Be a lot of fun, whatever it is. But I'm going to wrap up the stream now. Getting a little bit late. We'll go hang out with the family for a bit. But I hope you all have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Later, everybody.